Hey YouTube, happy farming season 2020. I want to take a minute and thank everybody who has commented, subscribed, liked the video, provided me your support, encouragement, and feedback. It means so much. I have so much to draw from for this next farming season. I'm taking notes. I'm really excited about all of the information that keeps coming in. Thank you all very much. I'm a little torn about how this relates to my channel because I've really focused on farming, and that was the intent of my channel, was just the farming side, but I've learned so much about this end of the industry. I think it's worth at least a couple videos to share and discuss those things. If I was going to make products, I needed to have a brand, I needed to have labels, I needed to have, a company established. So I've gone out and formed an LLC for my business. I started a Facebook page. I'm located on Google, and I have an Instagram page separate from Mama Got a Tractor to talk about the products that I'm working on. I try and keep the farming side separate from the product side. I worked really hard on my Shopify store, and the reason that I want to talk about products is because there's a lot of follow-up that I have to go with. This is the product line, because getting to this point, I learned a lot of lessons, and some of them the hard way. When I set up my store, I set up this storefront, got all of the marketing, writing, pictures, inventory, everything all established, got the shopping cart set up, and I was good to go. So then I went to Facebook and I reached out to all of my friends on Facebook and immediately had an order. And I was so excited. I got the order together, placed, shipped it out, and the internet broke. Shopify sent me a message saying that they would not manage sales for CBD products, and that freaked me out, so I shut down everything. Facebook, about the same time, they're not going to sell or promote or sponsor or allow me to boost my posts about CBD products, and I was immediately heartbroken, because that's my interface. So when I had a minute to sit down and go through the Shopify email, I was so impressed with Shopify. They sent me an email, and because I'm just selling topicals, they wanted me to sign an agreement with them about my product, saying that it was sampled, that I was following best management practices, and simply that they just couldn't handle the transactions for my store. They were not trying to shut down my website. And then when I go to their help center, Shopify has an amazing resource center for CBD topicals. I'm not trying to plug a business, but I was so impressed with how they walked me through what I could do and to continue to use them. So that was a short-lived heartbreak, and just a few things to get in order before I could start selling again. Then there was the problem with finding a shopping cart. Now, they still don't want to handle the transaction, and I understand that, which prompted me to go immediately and check with the banks. Is it okay? Are you going to take money? Can I be doing these transactions? In my state, the banks are fine with it. They were really supportive and encouraging and asked about my products and everything. So I was fine on the banking end as well. It was just finding somebody to manage the actual transaction between my customer and my business. So I reached out to PayPal, and I found that PayPal was also fine with me selling my CBD topicals. They didn't have a problem with it, and they would handle my shopping cart. Their Shopify had already established, an interface with other shopping carts that aren't theirs that would handle what they call high-risk transactions, and CBD is a high-risk transaction, I guess. So they were already compatible with several other companies, so they were able to recommend those companies. It would just be like a really quick, type in an address and link your information type setup. If you want to buy from my store and you have a PayPal account, I am happy to do business that way. Plus, a lot of my business is local. So I can take, cash and check from folks, and I usually deliver those things by hand rather than shipping unless it's going to get there faster. The lesson I walked away with for my shopping cart would just be to make sure you check with your financial institution, make sure you check with your web resources, be it Facebook, Instagram, Google. They all have their own requirements, terms of use, and user agreements that you have to meet, and they have their own restrictions. From my point of view, it's their playground and they make the rules, and I want to follow the rules. Agree or disagree, I'm not selling an illegal product, and I'm not selling something that's smokable or even ingested, but I think as the years follow, we're going to get past those barriers, so I'm not really concerned about it right now. I'd like for it to be different, but I'm not really going to complain because at least it's there. So now that I have my Shopify store set up, BHHG or Brown's Hillside Herb Garden set up, I am able to operate my business and make sales. I use Facebook to promote, but I can't boost it, so I really rely on word of mouth and my friends sharing, because the algorithms with Facebook are also against me. So when a normal post that I would make on my personal account might have, 1,000 people saw it, I've noticed that with BHHG, it's 15 people at a time. So I really rely on people to share my posts and like my posts, like my page, follow my page, and encourage other people to follow my page. As I'm out and about, I'm finding that even people that aren't following my store are aware of what I'm doing, which has been really, really exciting, and it's been helpful for my business. Right now I have direct sales and I have wholesale and reduced pricing. Local boutiques and some other stores are starting to purchase from me wholesale, which has been really exciting. And it's helping me move forward, and I'm getting to where I hoped I would be. And I know it's a couple of, 6 months later, which, when you're farming hemp, you're not really seeing that, those investment dollars or your return dollars until this time of year anyway. But it's showing a lot of promise, which has been really exciting. If you want to support my store and see, if you follow my channel and watch what's happened, and you want to try some of BHHG hemp flower for yourself, I am in love with the things that I've made. I don't come up with a final product until it's met like what I expect whenever I'm going to purchase these types of products. And I work really hard to keep them clean and natural. Can't call them organic because I don't have the certification, but just as natural as possible on both the growing side and the production side. I always say I'm from the field to the jar. I'm unique. I'm a single family farm and woman-owned DBE, and I'm really proud of that and proud of the work that has gone into hemp farming, and I'm proud of the work that's, and all of the lessons that I've learned in making these products. I hope it's helpful to you. I don't like doing these videos sitting down. It just is awful. And if you have any questions, or I've just rambled about something, leave me a comment. I try and get back with everybody. It adds to the dialogue, and other people read and learn as well. So, but if you'd like to know more about any of these things that I've been doing, let me know. Check out my store. I put a lot of work into it. I really like how it turned out. I had a friend that took some professional pictures of my products, so they look really beautiful. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Happy farming.